Okay, I'm back. Let me continue. Monitor. Monitor user class. It's a window. Student's desk, nothing that might come to it later.
Ryuki, can you not rub your face on it?
I'm not!
Student's chair, nothing really of note. There's a locker lined up here, nothing suspicious inside. There's a blackboard, nothing particularly suspicious about it. Ah, I want to take my stinking allergy medicine. So you go outside for a minute and then I'm dying. Okay. Which one's open? It's the one that's open. Go to make some tea, get something a little fresh air for a second. And I'm dying again, so you know. Where I just dropped between my R key and my T key. I'll just turn the keyboard upside down. There we go. Not the cleanest place, but whatever. I wouldn't personally consume something between, I just did. Between the keyboard, but you know. Hello, Chiaki. X-ray.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that it has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad, the joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it! I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts! I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
The reason the corpse is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs anymore. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure than the outside. It's similar to how suctions cups works. All the innards are missing with the right half of the body.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th, right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here. Well, satisfied?
Thomas standing there, so it seems. Is
That's
Tara the
my
culprit?
assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Put your hands down.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible.
What about the security cameras? Say
I
goodbye.
checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
About the Nile message to the terrorist and Shinpei.
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei.
In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
It's February 12th to 11:20.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
What do you mean?
I knew you would come see me.
Stop. What fish do you like? Tuna. Tuna, don't be perverted-y. It's Mario Toko's security and bodyguard.
These
Why the sunglasses?
aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
About
As
this
you
room.
know, this is the president's office at the NICE Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it.
Yes, the flow of water cleanses one's heart, just like the flow of time.
Not you. Anything suspicious about
Not
Tokiko?
She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
Is Tokiko Shigure, president of Nox Japan? Knew someone named Shinpei Wagai?
I don't.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but...
I have absolutely no idea who it could be. I'm sorry I can't help you, but
Jin's red half didn't
Solve the
teleport.
mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of NICE have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if NICE is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon, what was written on the signboard, it all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join NICE in it?
Machikara's
I
murder?
know of the incident, of course. However,
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and NICE are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps NICE and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that Nyes and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
What do Nines in the Order of Percent believe
We are
in?
living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what Nyes believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game
Never.
that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
Bachikara's research on
I'm
immortality.
aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie.
Stop doing your gang signs. Get out of here.
By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
Okay. I'm just a pervert wearing a black bra on his face. Processing
Say
speed
this
problem.
world really is a simulation. Then that would mean a computer or something that's running the simulation exists somewhere, right? But it doesn't seem realistic that everything that happens in the universe could be derived by calculation.
Yes, you are right. However, there is no need to calculate every phenomenon, only what observers see and experience. Take the measurement problem in quantum theory. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon observed in the double-slit experiment. Quantum matter appears as particles when observed, and as waves when not observed. For the latter, its position cannot be specified because it exists as a stochastic wave. Therefore, it must be calculated and processed as the entire wave, and is impossible to reduce. The faster an object moves, or as the effects of gravity increase along with the increase in mass, time progresses slower, as I'm sure you know.
And that's related to processing speed?
Yes. When the load during calculation is increased, a phenomenon akin to a processing failure occurs. That is why nothing can exceed the speed of light. The calculation wouldn't be able to catch up if acceleration is infinite.
Let me explain the double flip.
I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans.
My bad. Let me explain the double slit experiment. We shoot a ray of light towards a board with two slits, with a screen behind it. This causes the rays to be distorted, to look like stripes. This is because the light has the property of a wave. Then what would happen if we shot light molecules on one at a time? The light molecules will show up as a dot on the screen. By continuously doing this, the stripes reappear. Why is this? The light molecules are only being shot one by one, so that board shouldn't have an effect. The next part of this experiment was done using a detection device to see which slit the molecule went through. This causes the stripes to disappear, and only two lines appeared on the screen. Isn't that interesting? When it's not being observed, they appear as waves, but as soon as you try to observe it, they appear as lines. This is the gist of the detection problem. Molecule theory. Anyway, as you were saying?
Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean...
What are you talking about? I'd like to ask you one thing. Which philosophers claim? Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than humans. Gotcha.
The entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
One second.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Oh, man. Additionally, the simulation in the real world may be a simulation itself, kind of like the Matryoshka doll. Just so you know, I'm not saying I believe in simulation theory. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of the Matryoshka aspect. The holographic
Even
principle.
light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before. Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole. It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane, just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity.
Just take it in for a moment. I love everything about this. Dooga-dooga-ding.
However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world. Only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven. The symbol of Nyes, the non-Yapal X. There are 4 unseen X's hidden within. They represent the truth of the world you live in. That is yet another meaning inside the non-Yapal X.
4 unseen X's.
I see. Then let us leave it at that. In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara,
In Kyoto, I thought we saw that. You have a nice watch as a way to say, can we stop talking already? By making someone look at their watch. Don't see how much time they spend to prompt them to ask them to wrap up the conversation. Tokiko doesn't have a watch, so she must have been really annoyed when she heard this.
I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles, like reincarnation, or even bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
What are you doing?
Has this woman lost it? Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah. Let's check with Wingsync.
Stop throwing up gang signs in this game, man.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through Wink Sync.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind. Using a regular sync.
Will you follow me back to the precinct, ma'am? This is the Abyss HQ. She's willing to claim to the precinct, huh?
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you...
Putes.
Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
Eyeball. I wanted to see. I want to go to our timeline real quick if I can. Bro.
I wonder if this is...
When we said yes or no to the fray question, was there a split? Maybe. I don't know what that poster board is. I don't know how to zoom in. No. What does the green dot represent?
the nice president's room. It's really white, though.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for nice.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. Not that I know why.
A.
Angry.
I.
Incoming?
X.
You're an AI. Shouldn't you be faster at this?
Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess. Somnium scan, activate!
Mental lock 1, water. Mental lock 2, window. Mental lock 3, the knives. Oh, you're kind of just chilling there, huh? Staring at Tokyo's abyss. Seems that like Tokiko was threatening someone by peeking into her mind's abyss. Might discover something.
This is such a quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
Oh, you're dang right. All the water in the pond. Water. Just kidding, it's all watery. Oh, whoops. That's...
A book of nice teachings. Why is it ripped in half?
Does it say anything?
Yeah, just one phrase. The intersection between the warp and weft. The rest is ripped off.
I remember Tokiko saying something like that.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. Right?
I wonder what she meant by that.
Who knows? Why don't you join NICE to find out? Anyway, that's about all that we can get from this book.
all of blank into blank and the blank are blank to blank.
When did this get here? This wasn't here earlier.
What does it say?
That's where the seam can occur. Combining it with the book from earlier, the intersection between the warp and weft.
Please, the
that's
high
seam
pitch
can
ringing,
occur.
stop.
That's exactly what Tokiko said. If it's coming out in her somnium, it must hold some significance.
That's just what we saw in the wink sink.
Ah. Solve the scene. Save for the book and find AI. All blank into her writing and the blank are blank to blank.
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this somnium has to do with what we found in the Nice book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't think it's completely unrelated, but...
The next suspicious thing is...
Do you see anything?
Not really. Seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
Let's dive in!
What? Dive? Here?
Yeah! Where else would I be talking about?
But it's really deep. And Red, what if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Enough with the complaining. You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it!
Fine. Why do you always gain this weird confidence during sinks?
I wish to dive. Oh. Ah, you son of a gun.
That was surprising. All of a sudden, we're out of the water.
We fell from up there.
But we ended up in the same room. Oh look, the book again.
Let's check it out.
This one's not ripped. Just another single phrase. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
Where the black light gathers. Whoa, skulls? Why is Tokiko thinking about this?
Hmm? Wait, I sense something.
What is this thing? Huh. They're not doing anything. With this and the skulls, this is getting really creepy all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the black. Let's just search the room for now.
Yeah, if we can't find anything, we'll reread the book and think through our options again.
All the blank into our writing and the blank are blind to those teachings.
It's a skull. A little on the small side.
What can this mean?
All the blank into our writing and the blank are strongly tied to those teachings.
Where the black light gathers, sadness is born. Maybe the black is referring to the Shadow Man from earlier?
You might be onto something there. That's the only thing I can think of that's relevant to black. Where the light gathers, then, must mean where the Shadow Man interacts with something?
Maybe, but the Shadow Man isn't lit up or anything.
Are they intersecting with anything? Oh, maybe where they're looking.
I see. Let's figure out what the Shadow Man was looking at.
All of our ideas are poured into our writing and the blank are strongly tied to those teachings.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
A small skull. There's nothing suspicious about it.
All of our ideas are poured into our writing and the rules of this dream are strongly tied to those teachings.
A small skull.
Maybe a child's?
I can't confirm that, but most likely.
Let's check the others, too. Is that?
This one is bigger and misshapen.
Again?
He looks like he's in pain. Why?
Huh?
Disappeared. I wonder what the relationship between Tokiko and Gen is.
What was that?
Ryuki, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the book was the hint. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
After the sync, we need to ask Tokiko about Gen.
Tokyo has blank, blank, and blank, blank, blank within blank.
Did you see that? It became Shoma for a split second. Maybe Tokiko is related to him as well.
Why Shoma? Tama, make chase! Throw yourself in the water!
You make it sound like I'm committing suicide. Okay, here I go.
It's the same room again. But this time, the room itself is underwater too.
If this is the same as earlier, there has to be something related to Shoma.
I get it, there's like a water wave.
This?
Thank you.
It says, where the water and ideas flow, love is born.
More metaphors, huh? It must be some kind of hint, like last time. It's a hand. And this.
The non-upal X symbol.
I remember Tokiko mentioning it.
I'm curious about the water and ideas flow part.
Anyway, let's check inside.
Yeah, if we get stuck, we can read the hint again and figure it out. How should I check? High five?
When in Rome. How about making the same hand sign?
Huh? The light is gone. Maybe we did something wrong?
Anyway, let's check the others.
Tokyo is blank blank and blank blank, I believe, within blank.
4 minutes remaining.
Nope.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
It seems Tokyo is blank.
It lit up.
This world is alive. Do you understand?
Was that Tokiko's voice?
It sounded like she was talking to someone.
Tokyo has blank blank and blank resides, I believe, within blank.
Nope.
Maybe we do the hand signs.
Maybe.
Okay. I don't.
Maybe you're doing.
Right. I remember Tokiko doing it with an O face and her legs wide open.
No, she didn't.
Digging deeper, it seems Tokyo is blank.
Huh? The light is gone. Maybe we did something wrong.
Anyway,
Tokyo has lost blank and blank resides, I believe, within blank.
what do we?
Digging deeper, it seems Tokyo's thoughts are more clear.
Too bright.
It's settled. You will follow my orders.
Tokiko's voice again.
I wonder who she's talking to. She can't be talking to herself.
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
Let's transcend this world together.
Wait, she must be talking to
Ryuki, look! Outside the window.
Shoma?
What's going on?
Decipher the book about the AI. Decipher the book and find out the
So
truth.
she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that. It looks painful.
I have a bad feeling about this. Follow it. It's the same room again, but vertical?
This is really messing with my sense of balance. How far does this room even go?
Another book. Hopefully this is the last.
It says, when the eyes are met, death is born.
Death. Tokiko is getting more and more suspicious.
Maybe our focus should be on Nice. The book and an eyeball.
Do you think that's what is meant by eyes are met?
Maybe it's talking about me.
You are an eyeball. Tama, why don't you lock eyes with it?
Are you trying to kill me? It said death is born.
Then, when the eyes are met is...